My beautiful stars. Reading time. I'm actually seeing a specific card in my moon deck that a personal issue reaches resolution. So let's just confirm with these quickly, make sure we're on the right energy, and then we'll really break it down. Clearly the main collective, you've got something, win-win outcome is forecast. That's good. It could be work, it could be family, it could be love, it could be a lot of things. You've clearly got something on your mind that, all right, so we've got believe in the impossible. We love that. So a fiery climax approaches. This card says you are good enough. So maybe you're lacking a little bit of confidence right now with whatever this situation is, but a win-win outcome is forecast. Hold on, I was actually seeing a specific card. It's not wanting to come out. All right, so communication is key. I've put that underneath you are good enough. So maybe when it comes to communication with whatever this situation is, if you're lacking confidence here, hold on, let's get fiery climax. Wanting to come out. All right, so maybe it's something that you have lost faith in. Maybe you're watching this feeling like there's clearly something on hold, thinking that there's nothing that'll come of a certain situation. Hold on, one more for that. What do you need to release? Maybe a bit of negativity, especially if you're lacking confidence here. The end of a tough cycle approaches. So it's something you're losing a little bit of faith in right now. Very close to achieving your goal. And it's time to release negativity. Expect a powerful change. So, right collective currently. A new start is coming. The card I was wanting to see, it didn't come out, but there is clearly a situation here. You're lacking a little bit of confidence. You've got something very beautiful that they're trying to balance out for you, but there is something about your negativity here, and it clearly comes to you not feeling good enough for whatever this is. You've clearly gone through a very painful cycle. To have the end of a tough cycle approaches, it hasn't been easy for you, but you could be sitting in a little bit of negativity right now, a little bit of doom and gloom. I just want one more. Your commitment has been getting tested with this, so maybe right now that's what's happening with you. There's something about your commitment to yourself, to your surroundings, to your thought pattern, to if they're trying to test your commitment, there's clearly been a lot of obstacles and halts in your life with certain things and endeavors. Last one. Oh. Okay, don't let the past hold you back. So there is something about the past here that increases a negative outlook for certain things, and this is over. You've got this win-win outcome that's coming into balance. So clearly there's things from your past energy that you haven't really released. Maybe you're someone that's holding on to a bit of resentment about certain things here. Hold on, let's get some tarot. All right. What is this tied to? Moon collective. Oh. Whoa. You've got death in reverse, tower in reverse, and judgment. Holy moly. So you are going through a lot of internal lessons right now. External tower, external chaos. Reverse tower, I see as a lot of internal chaos and a lot of lessons, especially paired with these two. So right now, you are coming out the other end of something. There's more ancestral discovery taking place. You're transitioning out of a metamorphosis phase at the moment, and this makes sense with it's time to release negativity. I always say going through ascensions, rebirths, and you have multiple, you don't just have one. Anything that's a main focus in your mind, especially if it's paired with negativity, it's something that's holding you back. They're wanting you to change your perspective on something. And right now, that, like I said, they're trying to grant you something that is really going to start balancing out your life. But because you have a fiery climax approaching with the end of this tough cycle, something you've lost hope in, if you don't feel good enough here, your lack of confidence towards yourself and the situation, you're going to go into a little bit of self-sabotage. Communication is so important with what's coming next, and they're really saying outside of the box, things may have felt stuck, things may have felt stagnant, but it was your commitment getting tested, not just to this situation, but to yourself, right? There is something here for this collective. They have been trying to activate this thought pattern through your another awakening period, complete renewal. Because if you react or move like, I don't want to say the past version, all versions of us are beautiful, but there's something about your past. If you don't release something here, this win-win outcome that's forecast, they're granting you this period for a far greater reason than you might see right now. These three together, there is true magic being created in your soul. But there's something about this internal storm. You've got to break free from what you're bound to, thought-wise. Because what you're thought-wise bound to is truly for this collective. It stems from this, which is sad. You were good enough. You were more than good enough. The card I was actually seeing, the fact it didn't come out, that's very rare. It's like this personal issue that's tied into this tough cycle. There's a reason they didn't show me it. And they're really wanting to release something in this cycle for you. That's why they're preparing you. But it comes down to you. And I always say readings find you for a far greater reason than, it's how to deal with something emotionally, right? I always say when we're going through something like this, we're so black in the mind. Like we're just... This is smelling like you're being prepared to take kind of a quantum leap into another path in your life right now. So as a collective, you're feeling, even though this might be fuzzy, you're feeling change. There's something about your daily life, your daily routine, your daily habits. There's already change being ignited in you, right? If you're going through a complete renewal, if you're going through another form of awakening paired with these two, there is something about your past version you're releasing. So don't make it fear. You've had a moment to see this change, or you've had a moment to ask yourself, where has this come from? It's like there's a new... I'm going to just put it down to routine for you, but it's for a far greater reason. New job, new hobby, new passion, new sense of self. There's something here, the right collective. With these three here, you've taken notice, and it's because it's preparing you for something. So maybe you've even asked, like I just said, where or why has this started happening to me? And to have another judgment, you're clearly an awakened soul, but maybe everything, and I say this about true spiritualists, you can sit in a universal truth and you can be on a path for X, Y, and Z, but your minds constantly develop. So maybe what you once really aligned to universally, it's starting to shift and change, and it's making you feel off center. It's not a bad thing, right? You're clearly being aligned to the right thing right now, but don't have fear. Don't hold on to something. We always talk about holding on to the past. We repeat the past and wanting you to let go of something in the past, right? Even if it's just an outlook. Because that is what's going to put this maybe on pause. Anything that sits in negativity about, oh, nothing will come to this situation, it was to test your commitment. It was for a far greater reason than you may see in the physical with these eyeballs. It's this eyeball that matters, right? Anyway, let's keep going. All right. It's so funny. I put that "don't let the past hold you back" in reverse, and I put that, I switch these around. What did I switch around? I put that over the top of "you are good enough." All right. You've clearly gone through so much powerful change. Like, that is 3 magical cards. Clear and purge, transformation, emerging from your metamorphosis, you're regenerating, you're rebirthing. This internal emotion was always meant to be activated. This, whatever you're going through, I always say everything's timed to the millisecond. Paired with this new spiritual story, forgiveness, there could be something again. There's a reason I keep saying, whatever tough cycle you've been through, with a fiery climax that's approaching, if you're holding on to the past and resentment and not truly believing this all had to happen for a reason, it was testing my commitment to my growth of self. I always say there's a difference with forgiving and forgetting. But you're putting everything under evaluation. You've got big decisions, big renewal taking place, huge. That's going to call for the right kind of action. But let's just get a few more. Okay. I just want one more for your top row. Oh, wow. 2 of Cups. It could be, I read most of my collectives are divine collectives, but also soul contract energy. There could be collaborations coming. You could have a focus right now through this. This could be one of your big focuses, something to do with matters of the heart. But the fact that 2 of Cups has come up upright, whatever this energy is, it's mutual, it's equal, it's in synergy. Okay, and you might not see that. But this is good. This is very good. Why do I feel intuitively? I know this has come up at upright, 2 of Cups, because that's what your deep soul, right? What's your deep soul truly feels. But I feel this collective, nothing will come of this situation, testing your confidence, past things, communicate. Like, you could, in your mind, as you're watching this, more see this as a 2 of Cups in reverse, because there's a lack of faith around you right now, okay? If we're taking it towards love, right? But there's something about your soul contract right now being activated, and this collective, you would feel that, especially with this. And you could have certain, especially business opportunities or something, maybe you're questioning certain intention. If you've got anything business-wise you're about to collaborate with or coming together with someone, beautiful energy. You don't need to question it. Again, you could be one of my collectives. You really struggle to trust people at face value, always looking for ulterior motives as something you need to heal. Again, it comes to your confidence, always thinking people are out to hurt you. You're going to get hurt. Have confidence in who you are, right? And who you align with. If you've got these 3, you are powerful with this eye, right? Trust it. Don't trust your overthinking, right? I always say that gut, that flash, that aha. So if you aligned with someone and in that moment it was excitement, it was, yes, this is going to be great. And then after you're like, oh, but, that's your overthinking. That's your trauma response, right? Trying to protect yourself, even though this person clearly, if it's business opportunity, they haven't done anything to make you distrust. Okay, again, lessons being shown in your mind over emotion that needs to change. Perfect. We love I just got goosebumps. 5 of Coins in reverse. So coming out of your metamorphosis, re-engaging right now, you're looking ahead, positive changes, rebuilding, recovery, a huge turning point coming for you. For this collective, Do I think you've hit your turning point just yet? No. I think it's brewing. I think you're literally, you know, when we always talk about the chrysalis phase, right? And you come out of your beautiful cocoon and you've got to learn how to fly. So I feel you're transitioning out of your cocoon phase right now. But this is really good. And I literally got goosebumps as I saw that. It makes sense with these moon cards. You could really as well just be drawn, and I find true divines, of course, you're drawn to our Mother Moon. It's that divine feminine flow that runs through you. You could have had a moment last night, or wherever you are in the country, maybe you're looking at the moon while we're doing this reading, but really had a moment to take notice of the moon. There's a reason for everything in a reading, and I never start with these cards. And I just heard this, maybe you just purchased the Moonology or you yourself play with them. Okay, beautiful. So underneath the internal tower chaos, it's being ignited, cosmic trigger. So it really is some form of, I think this collective, you're clearly divinely activated. But I always say, and again, my universal truth, 7 ascensions crown, next 7 ascensions crown. It's a continuous thing through life, right? Could be coming into more of a crowning period. But cosmic trigger with these internal emotions, and I always say that's how they ignite them, through this kind of energy. They ignite it through chaos, because that's what transforms us. I always say we should welcome this kind of emotion. But anyway, so from the last full moon to the next full moon as well, because remember I said we're kind of transitioning right now. Emotional awareness, a climax, moving on from past things, moon energy, the cycle completion. Beautiful. Is really good. Again, do you see this right now? For this collective, I said it before, I think you have had a moment of thinking this has come from up above. I really do, because you've got physical changes in your day-to-day life for the right collective. All right, Judgment. This is what we're rebirthing, renewal, forgiveness, right? From the things that have had uncertainty, delay tactics, resisting, stalling, things that were on hold, things that you believed, oh, nothing's going to come from this situation. Sorry, I'm not like making fun of you. I just realized what I was doing. Again, I'm an Aquarius. Sometimes I can be a little bit forthright. Hopefully that didn't seem that way. That was not my intention. But it was all for your commitment. It was just getting tested. They had to keep it stuck. They were teaching you surrender, patience, literally emotional ignition for removal, things that needed to change. I always say, when we feel like we're on pause, it's us. We haven't mastered that stepping stone of emotion to move to the next, right? So this is what your Judgment energy is over. Beautiful. Okay. Oh, I'm messing up my cards. I hate when they do this. It gives me a bit of anxiety. Oh, God. Sorry, give me a second. We're nearly there. We've only got one more card anyway. I shouldn't have done it like that. There's a reason I'm putting them on top of the moon cards. Okay. Two of Cups. Oh my gosh. Harmony, situations resolving, finding common ground, solutions, right? So love, especially work things right now. Okay, this isn't just, if you're starting a new cycle, you've got new things coming, right? And soul contract energy, it can be family, friends, pets, like it's not just love. Right? We'll tap into your soul contract. It just started raining. P.S. I got woken up by a thunderstorm this morning. Like, I'm talking lightning, thunder. It was crazy here. Okay, this is beautiful. All right. Before we get I just want to quickly, before we get that, I just want to see what archetype energy you're in now and what you're going to be in once you come out of this cocooning phase. I also want to get those cards. I've been using them quite a bit. Then we'll get soul contracts, see what comes in there and what we need to tap into. Grab a snack. All my readings are long, but this one's probably going to be a bit longer. Oh, hold on. Okay, so we're going to see what you're in right now and then what you're transitioning into. Main collective. Their current energy, please. Oh, too many. I just want one. Oh my God, stop it. So you're coming out of the desert with the Eros energy. That's all about love, that one. I should probably... If this, okay, because this is what you're transitioning out of right now, right? If other areas in your life do not make you feel this desert energy, which I'm about to read, this card's really about unconditional love, right? Welcoming the one, it's real partner energy. I'll actually read these. But right now, this collective, internal tower, Death in reverse, judgment energy, 2 of cups, your first row. There is something here, moon cards. You've got to let go of thought patterns you tell yourself, right? It creates negativity. Love for this collective, it's creating a desert energy. This is not something, it's your past. It's your confidence. You're lacking the belief of your commitments being tested for your personal growth. Judgment, Hanged Man in reverse, right? I want to read these to you because there's something far greater going on, again, new cycle beginning, than just this. So if every time you go through an, okay, deviation, side note for a reason. I always say this, when you guys first activate, especially if you've activated from a very traumatic separation and you believe your awakening was really tied to your twin flame journey, right? Most people that activate on the twin flame divine journey, your heart space has so much trauma, armor, and baggage, right? So normally your first however many ascensions, when you're ascending, it's like 3, 4, 5 days of just crippled anxiety. You're in bed, you can't get them off your mind, the impulsiveness, all of those things you're trying to heal, the chasing energy, the abandonment, the codependent from someone that's not seeing, all of that stuff is like main focus while you're ascending, because ascension is to clear out things we do not need. It does not serve us. It holds us back emotionally. Then because of our emotion, it's holding us back physically, right? So I always say at the start, it's so obvious that anyone knows about ascensions, those crippling, it's like it's so obvious your heart space needs to be healed, right? But as you guys are developing on your spiritual journey and you're becoming more and more awakened and you're going through that soul discovery and you've been on this journey for a few years, right? Your ascension periods are a lot more sporadic. They're not as intense and not as close as they once were, right? So you guys think, oh, I'm healing, I'm this, I'm that. And then all of a sudden, that bloody Tinkerbell dust comes one night and you wake up and you're full of grief. You're full of anxiety again. You're full of this, you're full of that. This collective, it's like you're not seeing it outside of the box. You're going through another metamorphosis, another clearing, another this, another that, another this. But this collective, don't make it fit, because they're showing me plain and simple. You still, as you are ascending, love is your main focus. It puts you in desert energy. This is why they're wanting you to understand your commitment was tested. Don't let the past hold you back. As soon as you start thinking nothing will come of the situation, I did it again. Why am I doing that? Don't take offense to it. I'm not saying it with offense, but anyway, it's like you just get so much doubt. You hold on to the past. So there's something here. They're not wanting you to keep ascending on the same thing. They're wanting you to see different different outlook. They're trying to give you a win-win outcast. But if you keep holding on to this ascensions to clear things out, it's like they're not going to hold back this next interaction. It's coming, right? It's like you're on a 50-50. And remember that personal issues didn't come out. It's like they can't keep holding back this lesson for you anymore. They've been protecting you by trying to stall it because they could see energetically, frequency, you weren't ascending the right emotion. Right? Self-sabotage. We spoke it before. So this collective, there is something, this lesson cannot be held back anymore. The reason this is finding you is to change this outlook. I can see it now. I always say nothing's ever failed, but things keep getting prolonged. And I feel this love lesson that they've been holding back because they want you to achieve. It's tied into other areas. It's not just tied into you and your connection. So that it's like you've missed a few cycles here because this not getting cleared the right way, but you've clearly got something for your beautiful path, because remember, true divines, you're here to serve. There's something you're meant to be achieving externally with your community, right? They don't want to hold this back anymore. They want to give you your winning season, your present that we always talk about, right? This energy, how can you see or feel or be unconditional love if love puts you in a desert? Let's read these. Okay, hold on. Okay, the desert. The drought, the wasteland, the badlands. The desert leads us, disorientated, desperate for direction, grasping for meaning, longing for solid ground. For endless miles, we are confronted with a lack of clarity and existential dread. We are thirsty, hungry, pleading with life to get back to normal, to become animated. And remember, this is paired with love, right? Animated. Where are we up to? By the simple pleasantries of the day-to-day life. The desert offers no such comfort, and all must pass through it. If you, every time you have a cosmic trigger, love is your focus. We talk about this nearly every day, about when you're ascending, or whenever we do readings like this, I should say. Whatever that we're not seeing it right. If it keeps coming up, even if it's more sporadic, we're not dealing with it right? Especially this line here. I was literally seeing one of my collectives. It's like when it comes over you, you're like, oh, I'm never going to find that. Give me a sign. Give me this. What is this? What about? Like, it's not about them. You have to master the stepping stone. There's no amount of ultimatums you can give to your team. It's literally you, right? And the more you ask, the more they're going to ignite it. It's that meme. You ask the universe for something, be careful what you wish for. They'll give it to you, but they'll push you off the cliff to make you find your wings. The more you plead and the more you beg about this situation, they're going to keep activating the anxiety and overwhelm, because seeing through the emotion, seeing the emotion outside of the box, that's what makes us grow. So you think they're working against you, but the more and more you've been asking for answers, they're going to keep igniting, because that's how they give you the answers. They can't put the piece of paper in front of you. Yes, you get sign synchronicities and this in your day-to-day, but they cannot put a piece of paper saying, I keep triggering you in love because of your lack of confidence, because we're testing your commitment, because we want to grow with you in your self-worth, right? They can't just give you that piece of paper. The more you plead and beg, the more they're going to show you your trauma and what it's bound to, right? Okay, where are we up to? No such comfort, and we all must pass through it. If you can embrace the discomfort of the desert, knowing you will someday reach water again, you can tap into the potent energy of this landscape. Its lights are blindingly bright, and its darks are terrifyingly deep, which makes for unbridled creativity and clairvoyant visions. And this collective, it's, your intuition. You've got the answers. You don't believe your answers. You don't believe what they've shown you in the 4D mind because society's perception, 85% of the population, what you crave. Oh, you're crazy, you're delusional. Oh, that's not real. It's a waste of time. Plenty of fish in the sea. Oh, they're a narcissist. Oh, no, oh, no. You guys aren't meant to believe that shit. You're meant to teach people to break free from that. Remember, this is what makes you guys dormant. 3 to 4 years old, your armor starts to build because of society, because of parenting, because of the schooling system, because of the governments, because of the institutions. You are literally conformed to be a robot, and it closes off your magical soul. Anyone that activates in this world, anyone that gets the miracle to see, you're meant to change people from that mold. But if you keep falling back into that mold, collective, biggest mold you keep is when it comes to love. You can't believe because you're listening to the rubbish, right? Right, collective, this should be like a penny. You aren't in a desert. You've seen your vision, but your vision hasn't come into the time that society would deem to be acceptable, so you don't believe it. You think you're crazy, even though you are a walking miracle. You have your answers already. Just because this may not be tangible just yet, right? Oh, nothing's going to come up. Sorry, I'm doing it again. Why do I keep doing it? Maybe that's something you guys do. We say as a reader, we embody the collective's energy. Just because this isn't tangible, you are tangible. Look at who you are. Look at the change you constantly go through. This reminds me of you're finally starting to transition, thinking that this journey is all about the external abundance, the external love, the external union, this, that. It's about you, right? Make this be the ascension that you notice. The only thing that still triggers you into overwhelm is the lack of movement when it comes to this. And what we just said, see it outside of the box. I'm still falling back into my old belief system that I'm trying to break. I'm not going to let my ascensions be about this anymore. Truths reside in the desert that otherwise remain hidden. The crows, the shadows, and the coyotes' call surround you. Let the winds and the sands work their deep magic. Weary traveler, you don't need to be weary. It's because of your confidence. It's because of the stagnation. You're not understanding your stagnation was testing your commitment. No one gets this journey granted to them without their commitment getting tested time and time again. For years on end. It's to build your willpower, your mental discipline, your perseverance, your stamina. To build your lion strength within. When you're in light, surreal, strange, unexpected visions through silence. When you're in dark, drying, deadening, disorientating, and isolating. I always talk about isolation here. Eros. Love as desire, I can't say that word, sensuality. Through Eros, though Eros can be depicted as unbridled sensuality, and that word I cannot say, a more contemplative understanding of this archetypal energy leads to the root of desire itself. What do you long for? Why are we awakened by love? What makes us hesitate? For me, this is, like we said, it's that card about love. And I do feel, and I said it before, I think this collective, you got awakened by love here. But you have to get through your trauma in your heart first, okay? When you're in light, you've got passion, you're playful, health. When you're in dark, you're mad, you project, you obsess, okay? Go deeper, something you might need to read. Love Sonnet. X1 by Pablo, I can't even say that. All right. Let's get your soul contracted. Oh, wait, no. First, I just want to see what you're going to transition out of. with this ascension, what they're activating in you. The self, your true self. Jeez Louise. You just need to believe. It's funny, I had a collective yesterday, different collective, but it was the thing. I always have a theme throughout the week, but yesterday's collective, there was a lack of belief, and there was a lack of belief in their journey. This ascension is tapping you into your true self. So those things you're changing in your day, those things you're overcoming, the fear of this, the fear of, oh wait, that doesn't drive me anymore. But what it was all just tools. It was tools for the next chapter, right? Watch from the beginning. The right collective, there is some really beautiful, profound changes you're making right now, and it's probably been trickling in through that last month, the cosmic trigger. This is why I say, spiritualists, do not be bound to one outlook, because when you start to evolve your outlook or shift and change, you start to question everything. No, that's what a true spiritualist is. You guys are sponges. If you're just stuck on one, and I see this a lot for divines with their birthright, they're like, oh yeah, down, and it's like, you just, even when it's wearing you down, you guys are meant to switch and change things, right? This is tapping you into true self. And like we said before, let this be the last ascension you have to go through where this is bounded to you. You've got to understand, and you've got to believe you've been healing your heart space. Power of the mind. Because every time this comes over you, it's what we said. It's the ultimate, I'm not here. I'm not. Let go of it. All right. That Hanged Man in reverse was all for a reason. Okay. Let's get these little, I just want to get your soul contract. We'll see where this goes and what we need to tap into after this more specifically. Okay, sorry. They're everywhere. All right, soul contract energy right now. What's being activated in your energy right now? Okay, so this is the lessons they're trying to provide you right now to welcome what's coming in. Okay, remember the moon deck. Just watch from part 1. Okay. Soul contract energy. What's around this beautiful collective right now? Oh, the power of your magician. Glowing threads are coming in. Manifestations. Power of the mind. That moon deck is so important for you. You have to release the negativity. You have to remember you are good enough. You need to not let the past hold you back. It was all because your commitment. Everything you've got fear and doubt over, all you need to say, put this on your board, put this on your mirror, put it on your fridge, whatever it is. Every time you have self-doubt, my commitment has been tested. That is why things are on pause. Like, you need to start strengthening this when you start to get into doom and gloom with the things that are stuck. Because remember, they're trying to close out this tough cycle, but a fiery climax approaches. So how you deal with this, communication is key. It's going to put you on either path, right? This comes down to you. It's like I always say, the universe tries to give, you have to meet them halfway. Right? So they're about to give you something, you need to meet them halfway. And it's funny because the first thing on this card is communication, and that's a big thing for what's coming next for this collective. Communication is key. Talkative ideas, expression, manifestations, thoughts becoming a reality. Maybe you're going through some electronic things right now, just as a side note, but the inspired action that's come over you, don't give up on yourself, keep going, right? Mental discipline, action, willpower. Number 2 could be an important number for you. If this is, because this is more of an unexpected blessing that's coming, you would be seeing a lot of 222 right now. Or 202 completion in the middle of the 2. You could be watching this at 202. Makes sense. So this is what's around you universally. coming in. Communication is key. Things that you felt like, things that were standoffish, things that were non-committal, things that have been held out through delay tactics. Hanged Man in reverse over the Judgment. Watch from the beginning. Things that are blocked communication, things that were refusing to compromise. Communication is needed. 26 could be important, but 2nd of the 6th of the 2nd, things maybe you felt you were in competition with. I'm literally hearing in my mind, checkmate. You could play chess. You know what? I've always wanted to get into that. I feel that that's a real, like, you need to be onto it to play that, don't you? I wouldn't even know where to start. I don't know anything about those pieces. Truth. Sorry, go back to your tarot. You got the double rainbow. You could be seeing double rainbows. Divine intervention, perfect timing, ascension, as above, so below, new light code, serendipity. This could come in very serendipitous. You know what I'm trying to say. 16th of June could be important, or 16th of February. Like birthdays, memories, important dates. Oh my God, you got 2 in a row of perfect timing. You got the clock. Perfect timing, double whammy, one after another. So this is literally, they can't hold it back anymore. It's destined for you, right? This first part is so important that you read this, because it's not set in stone. This comes to you and how you truly overcome what's coming. It cannot be put on pause anymore. Divine intervention is at play. I always say divine intervention is when we're leaning too far, or this, like, it's time. This comes. So meet them halfway, right? 19th of June or 19th of February. Luck is on your side. Well, that's what you're going through now. I feel that should be, because that's your tower right now. So you feel the chaos and the this and that. Maybe you even think it's a bad tower. No, this is something beautiful that they're trying to release you. You can feel something coming, this collective, right? Let's get one more for that. 6 of the 6 could be important as well. Because I think that more, it's to build your strength. And remember that last part, I said this was all to build that lion strength within. No, infinite potential through what you're feeling right now, right? Be more compassionate. And this is probably one of my collectives. You get this sense of urgency within you, and you poor little thing, again, back to that 2 of Cups, the distrusting, you feel something bad's coming. Something beautiful is coming that literally has infinite potential here, win-win outcome forecast, if you just see it right. Don't let the past hold you back, or resentment. Within the next 7 to 14 days. Creative, caring, compassionate. It needs to have compassion. Okay. Magician. Oh. So 13th of February, 13J, but this is where communication, new perspective, new beginnings, innocence, carefree, back to the moon part, all makes sense. Your communication is so important with what these glowing threads are. I want one more for that. Maybe they need a new perspective. Oh. I could feel it. I should have just said it. I'm not going to lie, I felt it was more coming for this stalemate. Your reconciliation, but this is a card of forgiveness as well. Happy, harmony, reconciliation, a gift, love, openness, forgiveness, right? 13th of the 9th, 13th of the 2nd. But also, side note, universal activation around you right now, this collective, you're doing something daily that is harmonizing you. You're seeing yourself better. Maybe there's something about you looking in that mirror thinking, oh, it's like you're shape-shifting as you see yourself. It's a big part of a detail for the right collective, the changes that have just come out of nowhere for you. Oh, so you've got a miracle coming through the stand of nothing's gonna come. I'm doing it again. Of the part 1. Fiery climax approaches. Star energy over this. What does she embody? Peace, calm, serenity. She trusts in the universal flow of life. She is the universal flow of life. So again, commitment getting tested over stalemate. Nothing's going to come of this situation. It was all to teach you this. And what emotion are you going to need here? Communication is key. Star energy. Aquarius could be important. Leo could be important. Libra could be important. So underneath divine intervention, duality, perfect timing, justice is at play here. Purple curtain, life lessons. What are ascensions meant to teach us? Our purple curtain, our karmic energy, our shadow that holds us back from 3-4 years old. How to see through our shadow, our armor, our defense mechanism. How to see our life lessons. Not just to live life, but learn from life, right? Walk through life with integrity, but it is a card of truth and balance, right? So underneath, what's coming with your double rainbow? Justice, truth, balance. Double air right next to each other. You could be a double air pairing as well. I want one more for that. Oh my God, you're my collective. I've got one collective here, and you guys always seem to get the double pairing. They say the exact same thing, but one's a boy, one's a girl, right? So for you, Master Manifester, we had the girl, right? New perspective, da-da-da. I think this is your attached energy, right? New perspective, carefree, ba-ba-ba. Do you trust in it, though? No, because this collective, you've got an issue. Holding on to the past, part 1. Okay, don't let the past hold you back, da-da-da-da-da. 1313, surrender to the divine. You could be seeing 13 a lot. 1331. And look at that little grasshopper just wanting to flick out. Leap of faith that's calling you not to worry, right? Easy going. Leap of faith, easy going. Don't worry. Don't stress. Don't look for details that aren't there. Negativity. Prosperity. A change in direction. A birth of a son. Luck is on your side. Perfect timing. Oh. You just got the house. So clearing out old part 1 belief system, or maybe it was part 2. Safety is on its way. Roots, grounding, home, belongings. And that could be something as well. Maybe I've had a few collectives moving or thinking of moving. I'm actually hearing that. But a better structure. What happened? Why do we get towers? It's a structure that does not serve us. It's rickety. It's shaky. That gets knocked down so we can build a bloody castle. An indestructible one, right? It creates forward movement. One more. 19th of April. K could be important. Oh my God, and you just got the bunnies. So with the new home and a card of fertility. fertility, procreation, new beginnings, a sudden increase, resourceful fertility, multiple creation, certain desires. 19th of the 1st, 4th of the 1st, 1st of the 4th. One more. You'll be seeing little rabbits right now. Oh, get out of it. The desert. It's been clouded for a reason. It was a mystery for commitment getting tested. Thoughts, problems, doubts, beyond my view, things that you cannot see. It sends havoc in this collective because clearly you were very in touch. I always say, you guys, you see it in your 4D. You don't get your timeline. It's to test your belief. But new beginnings with the misunderstandings, the confusion, just me. All right, last one. Wow. Maybe it is. If you're getting a reveal of someone's mask, what do you need to do? This collective. I always say what we put out, we get in. It means your true mask is coming down. There's something about your authentic spark. Not that you're not authentic. This collective, what you're going through, the rebirth, just watch your tarot. You were tapping into a version of yourself that has been that stardust has been trying to ooze out for so long, but you were so bounded. You were just like, nope, this is what I need to do. So it's like they kept trying to activate this sparkle in you, but you're pushing it away. Now it's happening to you, changing routine, changing thought pattern, changing this, and you're questioning it. No. Because this is coming down for you. This is why this is being revealed. One more. And let's take it very surface level. This is clearly going to be very unexpected for you. Right now, these cards. Anyway, you've got no belief. But anyway, last one. Oh my God, Fool. New journey, new story, major opportunities. Overall. It's wanting to come out. There could be other energy around this. Oh gosh. You got the owl. So there could be certain secrets being lifted, especially with this mask here. But you're going to be wise, aware, observant, about to explore the unknown. You've always known what was going on, and you've got 16, 16 here as well. So you've got 13, 13, 16, 16, 6, 6, 6. You got 3 sixes. Goddess number, by the way, such a divine number, and a divine feminine goddess number. It's funny that it's depicted as, we all know what it's depicted as, because the divine journey is what breaks people free from their shadow. And I always say, enough energy gets put into something collectively can create negative energy. That's such a beautiful number that people have put a cloud of over it. But anyway, okay, one more for you guys, and we'll get into divine protection. Sunflowers, they can be important for you. You're divinely protected from any kind of harm. Beautiful. 77, you could be seeing a lot of 777. Three, please. Oh, they're being fussy. 3. The clarity veil. Clearing from the fog. This collective, you feel like you're in the fog. Don't question the changes. This is part of your abundant timeline. Trust your inner knowing. You're on the right path. That's the sad thing about this energy. There's so much beautiful change, but because it's different to what you've been doing, it's like you're questioning everything. You think it's lack of motivation or you're losing. No, it's part of your story. Number 3, you're expanding. And we've got Jupiter retrograde the 11th of this month, the 11th of the 11th. The rising tide. Ride the wave of momentum. Yes, opportunities are abundant and ready to carry you forward. Take advantage of this momentum building around you. The tide is high, and now is the time to sail towards your dreams. She's actually surfing. You could like surfing, you could be a surfer. Or the person connected to you. 71. Okay, chains of doubt. That's the issue. And that's the theme here. So you're in chains of doubt, right? You don't need to be. Where you're seeing things clearly, you're questioning. You've got huge, beautiful things coming. This is saying someone else's self-doubt. Their self-doubt will prevent their success. But remember, you are good enough in the first part. It's your own self-doubt. And if you are a true divine, we will tap into that a little bit, but you probably both have to work on your self-doubt, right? I'm more seeing this as you, just with the theme of all of this, and you are good enough for what is coming, but you need to believe that. Number 17, so 7117, you could be seeing that, or 1717. Oh. Crown of confidence, that's what you need. So instead of having chains of doubt, you need that. And I literally said before, you're about to be crowned. Golden harvest. Reap the rewards of all of your hard labor. Number 38. Your hard work is about to pay off in a bountiful way. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Watch from the beginning. These cards are magical. I can't believe I only just started using them. Lunar blessings, and we started with the moon deck. That's a big sign. There's a reason I started with them. Number 37, align with the lunar phases. Maybe you know about the moon phases. Maybe you're studying the moon. There's a reason I went for them. The moon cycles offer you the guidance and rhythm, I'm going to say, of life. Beautiful. Very nice. The infinite spiral, 75, expanding your reach infinitely. Your success is growing exponentially. I can't say that word. Very quickly. Very nice. Okay. Like I said in that part, there's so much coming. I will tap into this person, but first I just want to see what's coming career. All right, let's just first quickly see what's coming career-wise for you guys this harvest. All right. Okay. Oh my gosh, you got the King of Pentacles. I always say he's the one sitting on top of his mountain having his cake, eating it too. The wheel, so it's definitely faded. Watch this whole reading. This is beautiful. Okay. King of Cups in reverse. I think this is more something that you've lost faith in. Back to that first part, I think that there is something coming that once again your commitment's been tested for a long time, but it's been for a far greater reason than you truly understand. To have a King of Pentacles energy, very abundant, very grounded. I see him as being so humble as well, though. So this journey didn't just teach you how to get here through will and determination, but it's also grounded you emotionally and made you a humble person, right? I always say there's so many people in this world that have... I'm seeing that Billie Eilish thing. Did you see how she donated like $11 million and she called out all the billionaires? She's like, you've all got money, more money than me. If you're a billionaire, why are you a billionaire? I'm seeing that in my mind. You could have seen that. For this to be released for you, and the theme of the new guys, the divine beings, it's for so much more than just living a lavish lifestyle. Okay, you've got a lot of comfort here that has been destined for you for a very long time. And like we said in that other part, it's like they can't hold this back from you anymore. The first part of this reading is so important. This I'm seeing is that blind spot you have. It's the things you're blinded to that you've lost belief in. Queen of Swords. So it's funny, you've got two very logical, realist kind of energy up, and then with the emotion here, I'm more seeing just this energy. Whatever's coming, you're really going to have a very realistic approach. You're going to have to know your boundaries, especially if you're someone that... I know I just said it's really to give back, but to the people in need, you could be someone, kind of a pattern for you, and you would draw a lot of people in like this, that when you are going through boons of finances, you tend to draw in people that, I don't want to say use you financially, but you tend to give to people a lot that you let in. You know, those people that you could have like $100 to your name and you would still, oh no, I'll shout, or you're always giving people money, right? I think whatever's coming here, you need to know boundaries, and it's really sad. I actually find people that, and it's a beautiful quality to have, but it comes from a far deeper place. Not that you buy people's love, but to have people in your energy and you feel like you constantly need to shower them and provide. It's coming from a scarred place, right? Not as dramatic as you're buying their love, but you think the more you give, the more you this, the more you that, subconsciously, it's going to keep these people put in your life. That's not the case. And this is when people, and there's a reason it's coming out for this collective, you lavish, something happens, there's a friction, you feel used. Oh, they just used me for this, but you put yourself in that position. And I just feel I'm more seeing this. You need a realistic approach with what's coming, but you need to know your boundaries as well, right? So she's very powerful, and I feel this comes when you're standing in your truth, when you're standing with that mask no longer on you, right? Watch the whole reading. She's no nonsense either. She's got a backbone. She doesn't take shit. And I always say, people that are destined for big things in this world, you need a backbone. You need to know yourself at the core and not let other people's opinions or judgment sway you from your truth, your path, and what you're achieving. She's strong. Okay, so underneath finances, you got justice in reverse. So this collective, there's something here you're going to be tested with when it comes to financial spending, excess. This is a life lesson for you that unfortunately maybe you haven't completely learnt just yet. Remember the whole theme of this, they can't hold this back anymore. So it's not just, it's like, we said it about the love when we were doing the acrotite. This isn't just lessons in that can be repeated. It's also this boon that's coming. The biggest thing for this collective is it's on its way, but you need to sign, seal, and deliver it through your actions and the way you move through it, right? So let's just say in the past, they've given you moments of having boons and this and that, and you do end up just spending frivolously, or you still do just kind of excessively spend on other people, or whatever your lesson. There's lessons here with your financial gain that are going to come with your harvest season. Remember, wheels on your spread. So yes, expansion, luck's on your side, things are changing, but you want to make sure you keep turning that in your favor, right? And again, we brought up being humble and this and that. There's lessons that are tied to this. Let's get one more for that. Oh, you're going to need to balance. You're going to need to make sure you have a beautiful balanced life as well. You've got a lot of lessons tied with this windfall that's coming, but it's beautiful. I'm not trying to stress you out, but I always say there's lessons with everything in life. Absolute security, it's an illusion. And yes, you've got something beautiful. This is why your commitment, you should be thanking them that it's been held off for so long, because even now you can see, yes, it's being released, but you've still got a lot of emotional lessons tied to it, right? And remember I said with those archetypes, you want to remove your ascensions always being a focus about love. Like there's more for your soul that needs to grow as well. So whatever's coming financially, there's a lot of lessons here as well for your growth, One more. Yeah. So you got to be and notice the red flags. It's going to feel like such a high when it comes in, but don't be impulsive with your spending, the excess. You're going to have lessons with your Knight of Swords here. They're really confirming so much beauty, but be aware. And I do think it's coming in very rapidly as well, the theme of this. High Priestess with the wheel, and it's something you've seen. It's something you have seen. It's that moment, the, oh my God, it's here. Oh my gosh, that's one of your biggest lessons. You've just got the two quickest moving knights here. So this is going to accelerate your it's going to feel so good, but you do not want to be making decisions, especially when it comes to excessive spending on impulse. But I do think there's a new creative surge coming through this, which you're already experiencing right now. But you've got both of the knights that do not... They're so focused on that and they do not see the red flags, right? So you're going to pretty much... As soon as this stuff arrives, straight away you're going to be getting tested with your impulse. I will say this, so beautiful when it comes to whatever this new venture is, you really are going to have that creative spark and flame and passion for it. It's not even going to feel like work, right? I always say people that become really successful is turning their passions into their income, because you don't have those abundant blocks because you thrive in it. You enjoy doing it. It literally doesn't feel like work, right? You're not like, oh, I've got to go to work today. Ugh. Whatever this is, it is going to ignite a flame in you. But how quick this stuff is coming in for you, it's like you're going to reflect the hopefully this makes sense. It's making sense in my mind. It's like you're going to be mirrored. Yes, it's coming in quick, but your actions, if anything, you have to kind of slow them down, right? It's going to be a lesson in itself with how And I always say you can go to sleep with one life and wake up with another. Your life can change like that. You're going to need balance here. You're going to need plans. I've just put that Knight of Swords. I just noticed I've put that here. And you've got Ace of Pentacles at the bottom. So you've got King of Pentacles, the Wheel, and you've got Ace of Pentacles here. Star energy. So it's a miracle card, and Ace of Coins is a miracle card for me as well. But peace, calm, balance, especially when it comes to emotion. And she is completely polar opposite to these two energies. So again, you're going to need, this is a life lesson, to balance it, to not move on impulse. And we talk about impulse all the time here, about riding the wave, sitting in that intense emotion for a few days and training your mind that it starts to dissipate away. And also not wish away is this too good to be true? Is this going to last? You got to trust that the universe is delivering this, because you do deserve it. You are good enough. Part 1. Don't let fear overtake you when you start emotionally manipulating yourself that you aren't good enough here. But true wishes coming true. Okay, less is more. Materialism. 4 of Coins in reverse. Less is more when it comes to you. And that's a big thing here. Not needing to spend excessively, give to people and this and that. 4 of Coins in reverse. Mindfulness, right? Money isn't everything. Remember that. And what you give, you'll get back tenfold. You're going to really be tested with materialism here, this collective. Don't make it fit. So you would know you have issues with spending frivolously, and it's to make the dreams you've had a reality. And all divines, when you activate, it's not just seeing, it's like it's not just love and this, you see what you want to achieve, right? When you guys first activate, you also activate to your higher self. Find a lot of you guys have these visions. You're going to create certain foundations, certain magical schools, or you open up some form of something where people can live off the land, or charities. Like, you have this vision of what you want to achieve. It's like this is your stepping stone to get to that place. So it's something, High Priestess, you've envisioned in this lifetime. Just remember that, because they'll test you. It's like they're going to give you a windfall, but just enough at the moment to see, are you going to start putting that vision, stepping stones to really start achieving this? The big test in this one, so they can release you more. One more for that. Nine of Pentacles. So one more. That's good. Okay. This last row, I'm just going back to that first deviation. I think when this starts to come through, I'm more seeing this as external. I do think you're going to have, because a big part of this is you've also got a return of some form of reconciliation. And remember that deviation, there's something about how you just give, but not to the right people, unfortunately, that I think you're tested with. Nine of Pentacles, like, she is financially independent, right? She's got her shit together. She doesn't need no one. But just these two cards here, I just feel... And maybe this is why that don't let the past hold you back and you are good enough. If you have a return coming kind of as you hit windfall season, maybe this is where your uncertainty comes and you feel like, are you just around like more of that feeling a bit used energy? Hold on, I want one more. Seven of Cups in reverse. I'm just going back to all the decks. I feel this, and we're about to tap into this love situation. I do think there's something that will come that unfortunately you're going to think you're seeing really clearly, and you're going to think you're seeing someone's intention here, but I think it comes from your trauma of unfortunately feeling used by others. I just think the timing of this might send a bit of uncertainty in you, and I do think this collective, especially if this person returns and unfortunately they're not in the best financial place, whatever this row is, it's like you definitely think you're seeing things the right way. But you've got Four of Cups here, so I don't think you really are seeing it the right way. I want one more. Especially because you've got the Queen of Swords there too. I think you really... and there's that Ace of Pentacles again. Something that's taken, well, we know who's taken their time. I always see this as the good Tower. It turns up and it's like, oh my god, I understand why that all happened. I'm tying this into this love energy, I'm going to be honest. That's what I'm feeling from this. I think this returns when you're really financially independent, you're really kind of soaring. There's clearly something that, like, it's not something little, and it's something that clearly this collective, which means you're either online or your business is online. There's something here that this person's clearly going to see your windfall, right? And because you've gone through so much pain with this, I'm just really reflecting on this one, because this is it's huge part of this reading. There's something about the past and how much this has really affected you. I think it's going to blind you to this and how long it's taken. Because remember, you guys are in that, oh, nothing's going to come, and you got a fiery climax approaching. Communication is key. Blah, 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 blah. And there's a reason we deviated about this collective. Unfortunately, you get yourself put in positions where you do feel financially used. And I think in the past, you would have felt financially used by this person as well. And they're kind of aligning time-wise. And you've got to remember your soul contract, all the divine, perfect, everything's coming in at just the right time for you. Like, it's really divinely guided. There's something that's going to happen here that you you aren't seeing clearly. You aren't seeing clearly, but you think you're seeing clearly. And I think this is tied into your heart space. I want one more. What's really going on in this row, please? Temperance. The angels have got a hold of this. It's funny because temperance energy is a very unknown energy. It's not angel, but it's angelic. It's temperance in itself is a very mysterious kind of energy, right? Yes, it's about balance and patience and moderation, and your commitment was being tested, but the angelic energy has a hold of this row. So big lessons when it comes to this one as well. I think it has been guided back to you at just the right time. But there's definitely something when your release of harvest season comes. There is a situation love-wise that you're going to think you're seeing very clearly. But unfortunately, you're a little bit bound and blinded. Don't let the past hold you back, first part, to past hurt here. I'm actually going to get into love now to clear this a bit better. Yeah, because of the betrayal, the hurt, the Ten of Swords. This one is going to drag up a lot of past emotion, but it makes sense with why there's certain things that you need balance. You need a healthy work-life balance. Maybe you're someone, unfortunately, when it comes to things you're focused on, like you're just locked in, right? If it's work, locked in, other areas of your life fall apart. Loved, locked in, other areas of your life. It's like there's something here, a lesson in itself of balance. I always say, the right love, the right job, it will create balance, right? You'll be able to fit in everything that you need to without feeling overwhelmed. All right. Let's quickly just tap into this love energy. I just want to see, I don't want to get too much focus. That's something you guys need to, I just want to see this person's true intention, their feelings towards you, and then we'll get tarot with what's coming next in love. Okay. All right, so these three first. This is their true end. That's a good pairing. This is that, we spoke about it in this reading, absolute security. This person clearly, unfortunately, had a bit of a distorted perception on what love should be like, and you guys clearly broke the mold of what love should be like. I had an idealistic view on what relationships should look like. You challenged that perspective and made me question my whole value system. I didn't understand what you were trying to teach me then, but I do now with this card I don't like, but I think it's again past tense just with the theme of this. I didn't know our connection and the way I felt when I was with you. I wasn't ready for whatever it was. I couldn't handle it then, so I tried not to think about it. Paired with this, they were under a bit of a distorted, but okay, beautiful. So they feel your energy. If you were feeling under duress or feeling solemn, I feel it too. When you're thinking of me, I'm thinking of you too. Our connection is deep and profound and sometimes difficult to understand. Makes sense with this first one. 30, 93, and 6. A memory. So and we're in this time period now. September 22nd, November 6th, November 7th to December 21st. Future focus is wanting to come out with that charismatic Casanova. Okay, so confirmation on that. So this person's clearly reflecting on certain decisions here because of their distorted lens. For them to have a thought an idealistic relationship should look like X, Y, and Z. It reminds me of, those loves that you see on the movies and stuff, and ups and downs. Oh, that's toxic. Oh no, that's that. Where all relationships have ups and downs. It's how you overcome them with your partner, right? I always say those ups and downs are meant to strengthen. Those challenges are meant to create a foundation of trust, and those that you can depend on each other at your worst, right? Where this person, they didn't get that. Let's get one more. Number 95. Okay, so you guys age difference or emotional maturity levels. So again, them reflecting on this and not understanding their emotion. This is their true intention. So they're either going over, again, the emotional maturity or the age difference. I know there is a huge age gap between us, and some may even object because of it. However, we are so similar in so many ways, regardless of our difference. Number 62. maybe they did push it away because of an age gap. They had fear over it, but regret over not seeing this when they should, how they should have seen it. So this is a big thing, how they push this away because they kind of had a boxed in outlook on what relationships should look like. I think I made a mistake. I should have never let you go. I should have stayed and fought. So they didn't accept you at your worst. When the worst and the challenges came, oh, volatile, oh, toxic, and fought for our connection, but I was weak and fearful. Now I'm here mourning the loss over you. So biggest thing I'm seeing with this person's intention is how they didn't see this the right way. And they're probably, I know that blurb says the big, but I think they're taking it down to how, like the emotional, I don't even want to say maturity, but just these four together, it's them reflecting on, again, it's just not seeing it the right way emotionally. Like, plain and simple, they made certain decisions because they had a distorted lens. Mirroring Nate. Oh, perfect. So underneath mirror, you've got the inner child healing. Very good pairing. So 23rd of June could be important, or 23 by itself. I have made and used excuses in order to control or sabotage this connection, but now I realize the only way to heal this is to mend, acknowledge, and forgive my past. One more overall. Oh, very good card, because it's just, this deck is beautiful, and this collective, there's something here. I really think you're about to sabotage this, because, anyway, watch the whole thing. But they're activated. So inner child healing through their broken mirror. I'm receiving many messages about you through numbers, symbols, and images. The universe is showing me my way back to you. And this says in you back to me, but I feel this collective, your heart space isn't completely there. 23rd of the 8th, or 6th of the 8th, 8th of the 6th. All right, let's just quickly see how they feel about you. And then we're going to get tarot. Okay. How are they feeling towards this? Oh, perfect. This is very good card to see when the truth has been illuminated. I can't hide from what they've shown me. Enlightenment. We love that. Okay. So gossip. So maybe there's been a bit of talk about your connection. Telepathy with that mirror card. I don't really agree with this blurb here. I think it's more they're reflecting on maybe some opinion, especially with that age difference card. Everyone is talking about our relationship. People are jealous of our connection. I don't think people are talking about you guys, this collective, you're not together. I think there maybe was a lot of past talk that they're reflecting on. You've got to remember, this is how they're feeling towards you. So when they think of you, they do think of opinion still. That's not great. But telepathy, do you hear me talking to you? I need you close to me right now. Please respond. Oh my, very good. So that's a huge part of this collective. The divine's at play in your life right now. The universe always delivers in divine timing. This says be patient, trust the process, but just again, the theme of this, whatever's coming here, it's in divine timing. You were like, every time I see this card, I see someone like in my mind complimenting your natural scent, right? Or even really liking the perfume, but your natural scent, there's a sweetness to you. They really liked your smell. You were like candy cake, chocolate and decadence. Your soul makes me melt. Why am I actually seeing that as an ice cream? I've never noticed that. Maybe you're eating ice cream. Maybe you guys have a beautiful memory having, you know, ice cream together. And now I'm staring at that cupcake. Maybe you've got a sweet tooth. Or you could be eating a cupcake. You could have just baked. You. So they're thinking about you. You make me feel alive. I choose you without a doubt. My heart yearns for you. All right, let's confirm these. Wow, so underneath gossip, you got soulmate. So people had an opinion on your soul connection. So maybe this person did voice that they thought that you were, you know, a soulmate. Again, remember the absolute security illusion, and I said they could have really viewed your love to be like love in the movies, you know, kind of the soulmate energy. There was clearly a lot of talk about this. I'm drawn to you in every way. I've never experienced it before. I've never experienced a love so deep and complex. So they're seeing you as a wish granted. So this is, do you hear me talking to you? And you can feel it in this. And I said it. It's like, why didn't I see it when it was in front of me? You are my purpose fulfilled, my sun, moon, and stars. Moon is so important for this collective. Again, we started with these. You're my everything. And it's funny because that Luna card that came out was talking about the moon phases, and this has the moon phases. So I think that in itself was a very important detail about this collective. Let it be you're studying the moon phases, or you work with the moon phases. You know what each moon phase is. You could have the moon phases tattooed on you. There's something, it's an important detail. Oh. So sacral energy, okay, divine timing through the, so there is something with frustration. I think that's how it's going to affect this collective. Most collectives I pick up, I'm normally telling you guys to have strength in boundaries and this and that. This collective, I keep saying, because of your past hurt and the lack of, I feel you're going to push it away, and if anything, in anger. I don't think that's them. Could be divine timing finally releasing their anger and their blame and their frustration. The biggest theme for this collective is how you're not going to trust in this. So don't make it fear. If you're watching this and if you know, if anything, it's hard for you to put up boundaries, and like this collective, you've given, like you've literally, nothing will come of this. Fiery climax approaches at end of a tough cycle. Again, watch from this part. You're at the point, you're like, nah. It's like as they've released their anger, it's like it's ricocheted to you. And I don't even think you know you're angry, right? But that career part was so... I just don't think this collective, you might not even know. I don't think you're going to trust in this person's intention whatsoever. Whoa. That one's important because it flicked. So, soul agreement, soul contract. And the cadence of your soul. So they're remembering good times. I do believe this person believes you're part of their soul contract. And your soul contract part, anyway, watch the whole reading. Your person could be a bit of a hopeless romantic. You would have memories of that. So underneath you, you make me feel alive. I choose you without a doubt. My heart, you got the knight in shining armor. I want to show you what love is. I want to protect your heart and show you everlasting love. Maybe that's why you have distrust, especially if this person came in the past very love bombing and intense and revoked a lot of things, and they do the exact same thing subconsciously. Maybe that's why you don't trust it. One more. That's good, because this is, you feel that's your biggest block. You're going to feel like they're using you. They're career driven. That's a good thing. And I've put that over the divine one. So it would all be in your head. I think it's the time that they come. That is a really good last card, because that is where you guys, Start accusing or looking for ulterior motives, dissecting their intention. It's something to do with Pentacles, because in the past, unfortunately, the Right Collective, you did overspend on this person and you did put yourself in a position, unfortunately, where you could have felt used. For them to be career driven, that means they're pretty financially adapt themselves, right? So that's a good last card, especially the agreement, the soul contract, divine timing at play. In oh my God, there's that card, distorted. My views on relationships were distorted from past experiences. That's good. So it really does show it's in your mind. It's in your mind. That's why you wouldn't believe their words. It's going to be funny timing of it all. All right, let's see this person's next action towards you, how you guys should deal with it, and then the outcome. Okay, the next action. Whoa, whoa. Oh, and you got that in your part. Stop it. So they are coming in emotionally equal. And I think financially equal. 8 of Pentacles, 2 of Cups. Okay, that's not good. One more for the moon. 8 of Wands. Okay, I think there's a transformation with it. Okay, one more for your top row. Hold on a second. Okay. You've got the 7 of Cups in reverse. This author doesn't do reversals, but that did come up in reverse. But, okay. One, I do think that this person is going to come in very dedicated to their path, working hard. I think they're on a path. They might not be the most financially but I do think they've got a path that they're thriving on. 2, I'm hearing this person, next action towards you, wanting to put dedicated effort in, right? They're wanting success here. So they're going to have their focus on you. They want to dedicate. They want an accomplishment here. They're going to want to work towards a goal with you, right? 2 of Cups. I think this person is really seeing you as their equal soul connection. I do really think this person wants to find synergy and balance with you. This moon energy with this 7 of Cups, I'm a little bit on the fence with. I do think when this person approaches you, next action, I think they're still going to be a little bit confused with their emotion. So I do think there's an intensity of wanting to fix things, but I do think there's some things veiled, and I do think there's maybe a few things hidden here. To have 8 of Wands on top of the moon, though, I do think this person quite quickly will come to the table with things that have been hidden. I don't think they might do it straight away, but very quickly, as soon as they see you guys are on the same page, I think this person's going to be very open about things that unfortunately created confusion here. I think because this is one of their biggest focuses, is how, I just split that on watching, how they're confused, how they didn't see this properly, how, you know, that veil of, oh, I thought this should be like this and this and that, and I listened to other, like, I think they're going to talk about this with you, but not straight away. Now, 8 of Wands is a very powerful card, and when I'm reading love, I see it as eight love arrows towards you, and it's very rapid and quick moving. It's a card of good news, true transformation. This card specifies messages, communication, maybe through social media, fast moving, positive news. One thing that's a little bit alarming, especially with these two here, I always say when things have been broken, you can't try and rush the process of fixing it, right? And I do think this person might be trying to rush to fix this, which shows their trauma still that they have in there. So if you guys have had a lot of damage, I say this to you guys all the time, you need to build and dedicate to each other to build that back. And I think them trying to rush it with you again is what creates all the fear. that last row of your career part, right? I think if they come off too intense, and you might not know it as you're watching this, it's going to bring up all that Ten of Swords again, right? It's like subconsciously, because you haven't let the past go, this collective, watch from part 1, them trying to rush something with you, it's going to just put alarm bells in your soul, and you're going to start thinking not the most positive things. And the sad thing is, when you start thinking these things, you think you're seeing it right? Where unfortunately, I think it's more just this person kind of doesn't want to lose you. And if they haven't worked on their intensity when it comes, like it's something that they need to still overcome, this is where both of you have the lesson, soul contract, the mask needs to come out and down, and true transparency, right? I think that behavior there is what ends up igniting you guys in a place of uncertainty. Let's get one more. King of Cups. So the flattery. I always say him I've allocated, surface level, very charismatic, warm, I miss you and all of that stuff, but the deep emotion lacking. And again, that's what I think. I don't want to say he's the love bomber, but that's from the theme of this, that's what I feel for this collective. I do think they're going to present as open as they can, but this collective, you clearly don't want words here. And it's so funny because you've only got one here about wanting to put the dedicated effort in, and a part of me really feels like this is more them confirming they're on a good path in life or work. At least it's consistent. They may not be the most successful, but they're dedicated to something. I do think they want to put dedication here, but it's how much they try and rush it. Like, look at all the emotion cards you have. They're going to be so emotional, right? You've only got one card of grounding, and I'm on the fence. I more think this is to confirm for you guys there is some form of career path. You're not going to have to pay their way, okay? But such a transformative card over the top, but also a card of rushing. So too much emotion. I think this collective, it's going to overwhelm you too much because of, unfortunately, what you've been through with this person. But I have to confirm, you've got a win-win outcome, and it makes sense as I'm reading this. You can have a win here and a win with career balance, Two of Pentacles. But if you let your past hold you back, if you hold on to past grievances, this is where it can go 50-50. But let's see how you guys should, from the universe's perspective, how you should deal with this. And again, this is just advice. You deal with it however you want to, but universe's perspective. Okay. Oh, good. Ten of Cups. I do think you need to remember this, right? Because this journey it was part of you. This is reminding me of a true divine finally out of the veil, right? We say the tables turn when it's really time for union. 9 times out of 10, you guys have got the ick. So when this is coming, because your frequencies literally changed, right? So all the emotion, everything they did in the past to get you, because remember you were wounded when you guys met, validation and this and that and attraction, you were like, oh my God. If they're doing the exact same thing, no wonder you're going to be like, ugh. But universe is saying, remember, Ten of Cups, right? But they are saying you do need to redirect this energy. This isn't going to work for you, but you need transparency. So Four of Swords, go within. Choose silence if you need to, but be transparent. The only way to reconcile the past is deal with the past properly. If they're approaching you like this, it's making you uncomfortable. Even if you feel whatever, just be honest. Don't wear a mask. Don't wear a mask. Meditate, healed perspective, choose silence if you want to. Come from a higher level of consciousness, right? If you don't voice that this is making you feel icky, it's up to you what you want to do. But just remember, first part of this reading is so important. Let's get one more. I want one more for these two. this approach clearly isn't going to work for you guys. Okay, confirming take off the mask, but in reverse confession. So that's the issue here, and it makes sense with these two that I wanted to confirm. Without you knowing, you're wanting truth to the situation. You're not wanting emotion and flattery. So I always say you shouldn't push the truth. You shouldn't have to demand truth here. But I'm going to be honest, I think this collective, until that comes naturally, you've got your guard up. You're choosing to shut down. And it wouldn't surprise me if you just naturally choose silence and not even want to respond. But there is something about mask that you're both going to be tested with. And this is why you need to go within. But that's up to you. That's up to you. All right, what could the potential outcome be? Oh, beautiful. Breakthrough, achievement. You could get truth, balance, breakthrough. You really could. And that came out in your last row that I was getting so confused about with your career. I do think you guys can create here, and I don't think this person's coming in to mooch off you. I just want to make that clear. You can have something very beautiful here. But you could choose singlehood as well. You could, it's literally 50-50, isn't it? Clarity, truth, enlightenment, good communication, vision, expansion, abundance, wealth, luxury, lifestyle, beautiful, attention, financially independent. I think both of you. But that's where your fear comes in. And this does say you could choose to, she is my independent queen. Star. And you really could have a miracle in all aspects of your life, but it's what you truly want at the Soul Magician. And that can, you could come into power couple, but come into synergy through active listening and really start to bring down the walls. It's your first card in your soul contract. It's all kind of coming in at once for this collective. I've got a few collectives here, especially divine, that it does all come in at once. It's up to you. But your shadow will be activated. One more. This is like, I'm going to say detachment at its finest. This is exactly what happens. Page of Swords. 8 of Swords in reverse. I do think you will conquer yourself down. I do think you'll see through it all. Okay? I do think you'll get there. But it's your choice at the end of the day. No union card has come out. Yes, you've got synergy, breakthrough, and you could have achievement here. But as for you, and it's the theme of this reading, it's like the universe is going to be here. It's up to you if you want to connect halfway or not. They're going to release things. It's up to you how you deal with these blessings. Are you going to make these permanent, or unfortunately, are you going to have, and it's not just with love, it's also with career. Are you going to repeat some things? Not to, just going to prolong the next time they release this for you. So go and think about how long it's taken for this release to come. And I have lessons tied to it all, okay? And I'm not saying that to... It's just the truth of the situation. Beautiful things, but you've got to make them permanent, right? Watch the whole reading. Okay. And then as I was getting this, my 5-cent piece came out, and this is my 2020. As we were talking about, how long has it taken you to actually get this windfall? Has it been since 2020? That means 5-6 years it's taken for this release. So again, it's not that you're going to fail, but if it's not dealt with, how long do you think it's going to take for your next windfall season to come in? Just patience through it all, because you got the lightning. Oh my God, of course you got the triple moon goddess. That like never comes out. Truth. Very quickly. And remember I said in this reading, I woke up to a thunderstorm this morning. Bolts of like whiplash in the sky. The world is your oyster. Remember that. J, R, and C. From the baby, look at all the butterflies, which is such a big thing of your reading. Complete transformation of size. Watch from part 1. Look at you through all the evolution. And you could have you did get birth of a son. Peach, maybe you've been very consistent with training. Maybe you got a nice bum. Maybe this person has a nice... I always see that as a booty. But luck is on your side. I'm going to say, I know it's a flower, but I see it as the 4 or 5 leaf clover. You're protected. Always and forever. Nature, maybe... Oh, and you got X here as well. X marks the spot. That was underneath nature. Maybe you just found a certain X as you were walking, or in the sky, you know, the sky riders. You found an X somewhere outside. Purple candle wax. Maybe you got a purple candle on. And adventure and fun. Don't feel guilt for having fun, because I think that's something this collective's going through. You could have a blading, like a ice skating or rollerblading memory, or an accident, but I'm hearing adventure. It's okay to have fun. And it's like this collective, you're starting to put time in yourself, and you feel like you're losing yourself because you're finally starting to find yourself. X rolled out again. That's important, that detail. And oh, and the abundant bell. I didn't even notice that. You know that's coming for this collective. 9, end of a tough cycle. 4, 4. Oh my God, you've got 4, 4, 4 in a row because you never gave up. And your commitment was always getting tested. 4th of the 5th, 5th of the 4th, 16th of the 5th. I can't believe you've got 4, 4, 4 with 9 there. And then 8, karmic clearing and abundance. 17th of the 3rd, you got 3, 3. You got 3, 3, 3, and then you had 4, 4, 4 in a row. You could be seeing that a lot right now. 17th of the 5th, 14th of the 3rd, 3rd of the 3rd, or 14th. I said that. All right, I love you guys. Have a great day.